Joining us from LA for more reaction, Howard Owens, co-CEO of Propgate Content. Owens is a veteran producer of both traditional and streaming shows, including Apple's Planet of the Apps and The Biggest Loser. Howard, thank you so much for joining us. So, as I said, you've been producing original content since long before Netflix was in this game. I'm curious, from your point of view as a producer, how much has this shaken up your job and the entertainment landscape?
It's really, made our job more fun. There are global content players now, where there used to be domestic distributors, and these big, Netflix, as a great example, is building a global content, premium content brand. And we were excited to see the numbers of their foreign growth, and they're very excited to see where that's exactly coming from. Propgate, our company, is taking a big bet on the growth of foreign content, particularly in emerging markets. And Netflix is obviously tapping into that, building a consumer brand that's here for the future.
Now, Apple is now a new entrant in the original content game, and you guys, of course, were behind Planet of the Apps, one of Apple's first original shows. What did you learn from that experience about Apple's strengths and weaknesses in this game?
Apple is a lean-in company. The entire company got involved and supported Planet of the Apps. One of the benefits that Apple has is their ability to create incredible technology that they can then use to deliver and drive premium content. And so Apple's ability not just to create content, but to create apps and on a platform that can back and support interactive TV as well, gives Apple a real advantage. But like Netflix and like Amazon and potentially like Hulu with the Disney acquisition, there are now these amazing global technology companies that specialize in delivering content. And it's not just domestic anymore. It is a global business. We, as a premium content creator, want to take advantage of the needs of not only for global streaming, but also for the global streamers to start investing in local content across the globe.
Apple has been snapping up new content, snapping up executives from Amazon, from Sony. What do you think the prospects are for Apple to take on Netflix, to take on Amazon?
I think it's a big bet. I think that Netflix and Amazon have big head starts. But I also think Apple's a company that has very specific DNA that fuses technology and content. They're used to distributing films and television, and Apple has a very strong team. And I think that this is just the beginning, and I would not bet against Apple and their global content plans.
Now, you've announced new backing from the Rain Group along with A&A, and you say that this will go towards new ventures and acquisitions. I'm curious, in this rapidly changing landscape, what are the new ventures you think are most exciting and that you would like to explore, and same with acquisitions?
Some of the things are content enabled. If you look at the app like HQ Live that I was playing with my children last night, and I noticed at 9 o'clock on the West Coast, or 6 o'clock on the West Coast, there were 1.6 million live participants playing. There are just new ways to deliver content. As I think you might know, we invested heavily in the podcast business, meaning we've taken some of the most successful podcasts and are beginning to create video content for the likes of Amazon and Oxygen and others to be announced soon. So there are new ways that content is being shaped and being created, and thus new distribution mechanisms. And so we really like the ability for certain segments of the market to be mobile first. And that content isn't really being created yet on a premium level. And there are billions of people that have cell phones that use that as their primary means of receiving video and other information. So there's a vast need for content on these in emerging markets and on these on these different kinds of platforms, and we view that as a huge opportunity.
At the same time, you have traditional players making moves as well. Disney, of course, and Fox merging there. How does a deal like that impact producers like you?
You know, it causes us to, I think it's good. I think that deal in particular is one that, should it be Hulu or should it be a different global streaming device, that streaming platform that Disney gets behind, it's a nice check and balance for Amazon and for Netflix and for Apple. And as a producer, it provides another buyer on a global level, and that is going to be hungry for content, and that's great for us. As suppliers and as content creators that specialize in both scripted and unscripted and in documentary and short form. These global players present a unique opportunity not only for growth but for new markets and the ability to create new formats that can thus are transportable.